Back to Kung Fu Maintenance. Got a treadmill here. It's kind of a cool deal, but it got a few little things not working right. I've never actually worked on this model. I had one once where I had a control board go out. Had to replace the control board, but that's a different story. This is not my regular deal. Just thought I'd have a little fun with it and bring you along for the journey. It's kind of cool. It's got this little key thing, like it won't turn on without it. It's just a magnet. My guess is it pulls a little solenoid in to make the connection, and then it can turn on. And there's stop. We can start. There's the speed, and can adjust the speed. And it goes pretty fast, and it can fling you right through the wall if you're not careful. So I'll lower the speed down. Okay. Anyway, hit stop here. What I've got happening is the incline's not working. So it should actually lift it up and lower it down. And it's not doing anything. So I'm gonna unplug it and then trace it back and see if we can figure it out. Actually, I'm gonna leave it plugged in. I'm just gonna be pretty careful with it. Someone gave me this one, so it's pretty cool, but it's got a few little repairs, little things to make it better. It said sometimes the belt slips a little bit too, so I'm going to look at that. Some of you probably know how to work on these things and fix these things, so that'd be cool if you leave some comments in the comments below. But, you know, each thing's different. So someone started to take this apart, and it looks like they didn't get all the screws out, pulled it up, and they took the middle screw out. So I've got one screw left, the rest of them, a couple more broke off, but not too big a deal. I can fix that. Let's see if this whole cover actually comes out, so that's cool. And that gives us access to the belt. Like I was telling you, I'm still plugged in here. Definitely should be cleaned out here. As you can see, there's our control board and all. And it's definitely got a nice layer of dust, which is what happens when, you know, after a little bit of use here. Here's our belt, and let's see. Looks like the tension adjustment is here to adjust how far the whole motor gets set from to adjust the tension on the belt. So that's that. But what we're looking for is that height adjustment on the motor, which I'm guessing is right here, is how it adjusts the incline. And I think that that's where we're slipping. And it looks to me like it's actually completely come off of those gears. So it's not even in line with that foot. So I'm going to take a look, going to run it and see. Behind the cover there's a nice wiring diagram, so that's good to know, voltage diagram. But it looks like we're just completely off of our deal here. So see what happens when we adjust the incline. So I'm going to push the incline button. So you can see it turning it there, but it's slipping. And so we're going to try the opposite direction. And that looks like the direction we want to go. But it seems like the bar is a little funny. So what I'm going to do is try to lift it off the ground to relieve the tension that's on it, and then see if we can adjust it. And my thought is by taking the pressure off it, then it may be able to lift up without, you know, the whole putting a strain on that motor there. So I just need something to wedge underneath when I lift it up. Or here we go, I've got it lifted up now, and I'm just going to find something I can put under there. Got a piece of firewood, so I'm just going to put that there. Okay, and now we're going to adjust that incline and see if we can get to these gears. I think we need to go down with it. pick it up. Yeah, definitely a strange one. So I may have to flip it over to really see what's going on there. Looks like we've got a lot of deposit here. I need to probably vacuum everything out, really. Do a deep clean and a deep vacuum. Okay. And I'm getting to peek under at where the incline portion is. Back to the drawing board here. That's going to be a little tricky for a minute here. I probably almost really need to flip the whole thing on its back or its side or something. It is not going to be easy. Seems that somehow we've slipped on the adjustment here for the incline. Because again, it seems like this should be at least on these teeth. And without it being on those teeth, definitely can't turn it. So, my question is how to get it on those teeth. How to move the deal back. My guess is it was propped up somehow and that it got turned in too far from those teeth. But yep. Let's see. I can try a few things. Since I have it propped up, I can try pushing that piece in. And of course it doesn't move in at all. And I can try kind of wedging it in. Got my screwdriver here. And kind of wedge it as I turn the incline. Figure out which way I want to go. Yep, can be tricky one. Tricky. At least it's still working. Got Allen set screws there. Bolt and tension there. Looks like the question is when it inclines, how does it incline? And it looks like it raises the whole thing up on this bit of a deal here. That's my guess. So this should be somewhat movable then. And it looks like it's just fallen off of that deal. Okay, so my guess is my wedge is in the right spot to try to make this work out. But Need to kind of push on this end while adjusting the incline. And I may really need to turn it on its side. It's a crazy deal. Crazy. Again, we've slipped off of there. So, question is how and why. Another piece of firewood here. I might lift up the other side as well. Just like so. Okay. Now we're up on both sides, and I think that'll be better for it to try to adjust. Oh yeah, there we go. What we're doing is tipping the whole front portion forward like so. And that is bringing up the incline. Okay? And then once we get that, I'm going to do that while I try to adjust that incline. So we're just using those to be able to wedge it up. And now I'm going to move this down. See if we can get this back on the deal. Oop. Problem is I'm hitting my stand over here, so I need to adjust. Logistics is a little tricky in a small area. This whole thing this way. Okay. We've gotten closer. It's hard for me to see. I'm still not on my gears, but at least we've adjusted the incline that way. And you guys are my light here as well. I think that this somehow locks in. Can't see it because all the crud there, but I think that we need to scoot that arm back. And that's definitely the tricky part. We're close there to the teeth, but it didn't seem like changing the incline really moved it enough. Okay. I used it to wedge these. Okay, we got the teeth. Got the teeth there, okay. And at least we're on the teeth, and that was going down with the incline. So now that we're back on, in theory, I can remove my wedges, and in theory, that'll hold them. So it's all in theory here. It's hard to tell. I can peek with the light and see if now we're on the gears. So we made progress there. Don't know if it's lasting progress or not, but I think we're in a better spot. So I'm gonna try removing that one, and then I've got the other one out. Okay, and the question is, are we on the gears? And the answer is no. Doesn't look like it. Darn it. there, but we're slipping. So there has to be an adjustment of tension. All right. To adjust the tension on that, which is probably here, maybe. It's hard to say. Crazy, huh? Okay, this time I've just got it lifted up, and I need to find lift it up and tilt it forward. Move it all the way back. Okay. Now I definitely got it on the deal. And it seems like it might be so worn that it's just slipping. Because we'd like to see this seat down. Oh, there it went. It's sat down now. And the problem was it kind of lifted up before. Well, I don't want to make it more complicated than it is yet, so go ahead and tilt it back and we'll see what happens. Is it going to stay? Seated, and it did. So that's good. Now we can try adjusting the lift. And try standing on it. A little scary, but woo. Yeah, just slipped. Okay. So definitely something is loose that needs to be locked in once we get it. Okay, so I'm going to pull it up again and try again. It's all the way forward. Lift it up off the ground. And then raise the incline. There it is. Okay. Now what we need to know is what's slipping and is there a way to tighten it up. So I'm back on the gears. That's that. There it is, that moved. I wonder if our bolts there are loose. Yeah, and that moves too much. See, there it is locked in. But that would mean that something needs to tighten it down more. It's got too much play in the deal itself. this side is too much. And I don't really see much of a lock of any kind to lock that in. I see this slide that's locked in. I have a thought to wedge something under here, and it may actually be that something cracked off. It looks like this white piece actually may have had another piece that sleeved under here to maintain pressure and glide under there. In fact, that's my theory at the moment. I think that guide, see, I pushed it down. I think that it sleeved over and maintained that pressure. So right now it can angle up. So I think if I wedge a piece in there, I can fix it temporarily, and then that way it can't pop back up like that. It can just stay down and maintain the pressure in the groove. Alright, try it out. Okay, so what I have, this is a plastic toilet wedge, and I just need to cut it in half, and it looks like that'll about fit perfect. Now, ideally it'll be a little bit longer, so I might actually cut just this portion off so that I can fold the side piece up to stick up through here so that it won't come out. So I just need to cut that, which shouldn't be too difficult. My little bit of a theory here. I'm going to try and make something work here. But we'll see. So we break this side apart. Cut this side. And then we cut this side. This isn't probably the best tool for this, but it's what I got on hand. I may need to get some bigger scissors or something. There we go. And I can probably just work harden this side off. And hopefully we can kind of make this so it locks in place. So ideally it'd kind of suck if it just pops out every time. So it's a little custom. Almost there. There we go. Okay, and now we want to be able to bend this side up. And before we do that, I'm just going to see how this will work out to go inside. Looks like it's going to work good. I can get it down the side on this side. Theory. Fold that in half, and it's going to be a little tricky. Okay, so I need to try to see if we can get this going in there, and just logistically I can do it here. Do that. That didn't help at all. Anyway, I push that back down. Okay. Yep, very, very tricky. Okay, I wound up needing to cut it off, but I left a little bit of a foot so that hopefully I can pull it through there. We'll see. And even that I may need to bend down a little bit to make it easier to insert, which actually should work out kind of good. Bend it down or bend it up. One of the two. Kind of bent it up here. And now we're going to try to wedge it in there. Which is not going to be easy. Alright. Try. Cha-cha-cha. Squeeze that over and kind of squeeze it down, hopefully. Okay. There we go. Okay, now I'm going to take my tool here, kind of tap it in. It's all custom here. So far, so good. Should go over this way. Now we're driving the wedge in. Hopefully, I can kind of go all the way to the end there, so that it kind of pokes up through here. Can only try, right? Okay. Gonna take my screwdriver and take out the screw portion, and that way I can set that right against there and tap it in. So it's got more of a flattened edge. Yeah. Okay, I'm in, and now that we have that little keyed spot, let's see if I can pull that out a little bit to give it a better chance to stay in there, since remember we had this part just like that. In theory, that'll kind of help it stay in there better. But now I can test it by pushing up on the deal, and it does not push up anymore, pushing down. So we have no play. So that's good. Now I'll put some weight on the deal, and we're kind of jumping on it, and we're good there. Now we can try the incline, and for the moment I'm going to stay off it. We're going to see if it moves around at all. There it goes. It's working good that way. And we have our incline, and it's raised up nice and strong. So, you know, I may be able to look into it with the company to see if, you know, get the model number and all that, and try to see if it can order a replacement guide. But this was my temporary fix. I'll go ahead again and put some weight on it. Holds pretty strong. And now the question is, when we change the incline the other way, is it going to try to push it out? So here it goes. Okay, so now we're going to try going the other way and see if it pushes our piece out. If it does, we'll have to regroup somehow, but we'll check it out. There it goes. Nice. It's not pushing out, it's holding strong. That's good. Going back the other way, holding strong there. Okay, now I'm going to stand on it, putting Lumpy on the machine, and we'll see does it hold up with weight on it. So here goes incline, and we'll go the other way. Yay! Good, and it seems to stop by itself once it reaches this point. Feels good. Going all the way the other way. I just kind of wanted to check the same thing. Yep, and it stops. All right. All fixed there. Yeah. So, see how long it lasts. You know, it's going to be put to the test, but that's that. Now it's just a matter of cleaning out. I don't think you guys need to see me vacuuming it out or anything like that, but all fixed there. That's fixing the incline. A little fun, not my normal deal, and I bet there's some guys out there that might have some pointers on how to more correctly fix it, but that was a little troubleshooting fun on something I don't normally do. Thanks for watching Kung Fu Maintenance. Over and out. Okay, so these screws, someone broke off, but I still have one screw in the center for the cover. So I'm going to take one of the screws from the side, and that should work out right for the center. So just take this one here. And I can save the little piece like that. Okay, one side I was able to loosen it up and set it in a little bit better, and then this one I'll use the screw through, and that'll just make that better. So no one lifts this up. Theory. There we go. Lined up and all in. Back to normal. Treadmill all fixed. Well, got a little deal to, it can be worked out a little bit better here. Maybe just some silicone. No big deal. But it's back in business. Good to go.